What's going on, everybody? Okay, so this week on Fridays on the Couch, we are having another battle. This time it is Marvel versus DC. The only reason we're doing this is because Joe thinks he's cooler than everybody else on this channel. And so me and Chris are here to put him in his place and tell him that DC is better than Marvel. Well, there was the intro, and now we're into the real shit here. It's EQ, and I'm here with Joe. Say hi, Joe.
What up, everybody? You know, it's me, Joe. You weird couch side tech. About to break these fools off something proper like they don't know what they're getting into.
And as always, my other co-host, Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hey, how's it going? I don't know, just sitting around watching the Olympics, man. I'm a fiend for it right now. It's been on 3 screens in my house for like a couple days now.
Man. Now, the only time I get to watch the Olympics is at work. But
They got
speaking
apps, bro. They got apps. Apps on apps on apps.
I can't have my phone at work, so like I can't carry my phone into the building. So, but I should definitely be able to get outside and the Olympics are on when the news isn't on. When they tell us we could watch something other than the news at work. But anyways, speaking of Olympians and people who are, the best of the best, competing to be the best in the entire world, super feats of superhumanism like strength and stamina and skills, when it comes to like archery and things like that. I think a lot of people relate to the Olympics just as much as they relate to the topic at hand. And I think a lot of people who, participate in sports and in real life feats of adventure and strength and things like that, and even intelligence, triathlons and what's that, the other thing, decathlons, we get this inspiration from multiple different places, but I'm pretty sure that we've all gotten the inspiration to do things beyond what we think we're capable of because of comic books and the superheroes and some people the supervillains that are in those comic books. So, before we get started, let's establish the sides. Joe, what side are you on?
Team Marvel all day, every day.
And Chris, what side are you on?
I'm on the side of what's right. I'm on the side of what's right.
That's a cop out.
No, we're just gonna leave it there.
No, that's a cop out.
No, they just need to do the right thing. We gotta get them to do the right thing.
So Chris is Team DC. Me.
I said I was right.
Yeah.
I said I was right.
So me, I'm a huge DC fan,
Okay.
and so when I answer the questions that I ask, I'm going to be on the DC side. But when I'm asking the questions and supporting any other faction, whatever, I'm also going to be on the Marvel side, and that's part of the role that I play here on Fridays on the Couch. Is a lot of times I see both sides and I agree with both sides in a lot of different ways or whatever. But I always take a side for the sake of you viewers, and so these guys, shut the fuck up and tell me I have to pick a side. So, let's get started. There's so many different avenues that we could approach this thing. Oh, wait. Just hold on half a second here. Because... Okay, so, this is how we're going to get started. We're not going to jump into the cinematic universe just yet. We need to establish some definitives. Okay, so we're going to go with your number one superhero, and then your number one supervillain. It doesn't have to be the counterpart to your superhero, just who do you think is the best superhero within your universe? Not who they're, who they can beat in the opposite universe, just who you think in your particular, on your team side, who's the number one.
Oh, okay. So, number one villain in my universe. Who is a toss up between Ultron and Apocalypse at this point? They both go hard. Apocalypse because he's old as hell and one of the first mutants, and yeah, the Four Horsemen, Apocalypse, and everything. Ultron because he's a beast, and that's not because of the movie because that didn't get it right. But yeah, he's a beast. That's my whole standpoint on villains. I don't know about heroes. There's so many good ones. Marvel superhero favorite. Well, I guess I'll just go with my favorite X-Man, Gambit. He's smooth. Ace, yeah. Knows me.
All right, so, and this is strictly for the chosen universe for the sake of the argument here.
Yeah.
Okay, so for DC Comics, I mean you have to go, and this is gonna sum up both requirements, but the Joker versus Batman dynamic is the best dynamic in modern storytelling today. It's so psychological, it's so philosophical. There are so many questions asked and answered just in the storytelling of their timeline. So I can leave it at that. There's endless hours of research that can prompt you to do right there. So yeah, that's my answer.
Okay. For me, as you can tell, like DC superhero is Superman. Everybody hates on Superman, but a lot of people, when they hate on Superman, just have no fucking clue about any of the history. They just jump on the bandwagon of hating fucking people. So I don't even care. Superman, number one villain or superhero, and then Batman. I mean, I can't even talk because I'm so excited. My brain's just going all over the fucking place right now. As far as supervillains go, honestly, I think Brainiac is like my number one, villain. I'm not gonna ask that question of who would win. Okay, we're not gonna get there.
We know who would win.
No, we don't.
Between all those. Okay, if you put all those super villains together, all those super villains, who would win?
Oh, the supervillains against each other?
Super villain, yeah, all the super villains against each other.
The Joker would win because he would figure.
The Joker will win.
Yeah, because listen. He would figure out a way to talk them into a meaningful transaction that would cause one to eliminate the other and then surrender themselves to him. So you got to understand, this man is manipulative.
Okay, so now that we've established superhero and supervillains for each of us, the next question, and honestly, especially after I saw Suicide Squad and was reminded of a specific side character, this is definitely a great question. So, what are your guys' favorite supporting characters? So, sidekick or just supporting character that in a storyline?
Ooh, supporting character and storylines. And sort of sticking to the DC theme. I cannot say Supergirl because I think the whole notion is ridiculous. I'm not even sure where the Flash sidekick falls into logic. I'm gonna say that for the sake of argument and honesty, that DC hasn't done very well with sidekicks. I think Robin was the original sidekick. I don't know that he was, but I know that he's obviously the most identified. So, I mean, I'm going to go with Robin. Matter of fact, specifically, the Jason Todd Robin, specifically.
You know what? No, I got you. Supporting character. Uncle Ben. He's one of the most recognized characters. Everyone knows he always dies. You say Uncle Ben, it's Spider-Man's this whole origin story. That's the most recognizable story for real.
Okay, so for me, I have a handful of loads of supporting characters and sidekicks that I truly enjoy from DC. But I would say my number one sidekick / supporting character has to be Jimmy Olsen. as we transition from the comics, we've established like our superheroes, supervillains, our sidekicks, supporting characters. But we cannot ignore the fact that comics have for a long time have jumped off the page into cinema. This is an overall look at both sides, Marvel and DC, TV and movies as a whole. What do you think?
Marvel, hands down, is kicking ass in the movies. Like, they have their whole scheme where they got the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. They doing it big. But when it comes to I guess, TV, I have to give it to DC. They make better shows when it comes to being episodes and building the whole timeline and executing. They jam like the Flash, the Arrow.
Oh no, that's DC. Never mind. Sorry, DC Legends, because you were supporting DC.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
DC Legends.
Yeah, DC Legends.
Yeah, they
Agent Carter,
yeah.
Agents of
I mean,
Shield.
Gotham is
no, I'm talking about
legit.
DC.
Yeah, Gotham.
But when it comes, Gotham. But when it comes to Marvel, they make good shows. The good show that Agents of Shield, love that show. It's my favorite. Then they had Agent Carter, like you said. Yeah. And they have Agent Carter from Marvel. But when you compare it to the DC shows, even Supergirl's a hit, which is a surprise. It's actually a pretty good show. I watched the first few episodes, and it's amazing. But still, Agents of Shield smashes on all that stuff.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I think it's young. I think it's very, like I said, it's very young. It's in its infancy. I think they're working out kinks, certainly. I think they're kind of, at the moment, falling victim to the Avengers formula and having to also play a little bit of catch up. So, I mean, I think that they're off to a good start and that there's definitely a lot of bright points and there's a lot of really, like, those awe kind of moments. But I think that they're going to have to figure some things out. Namely, not trying to introduce 1,000 characters all at once and feeling like they have to give all of them a backstory. You can give people light backstories and still emphasize on one or two. I think so. And to be honest, anything is can be accomplished in a storytelling sense. I mean, all of this is birthed in the imagination. So, if you through that lens, they can make it anything. So yeah, I think it's still young, and I think that if they can not feel compelled to play catch up with what the Marvel Cinematic Universe has already done, then they can give us some really good stories, really good films, and less of the gimmicky comic book stereotype movies that they're almost catering to.
But let's get into it. It is Royal Rumble time. Okay, listen up, folks. This is a no holds barred. We're not going to put friendships on the line, but there's going to be some extreme language, some other profanities and name talking and calling and fucking. If we could reach to the screen and punch each other, we'd probably do that too. So, if you have children or you have a weak stomach, you should leave the room now.
The argument really boils down to this. Fuck Hugh Jackman, and whoever it was that cast the guy, because they should both be tarred and feathered, because they ruined the character of Wolverine. As soon as he became the focal point of the cinematic franchise when man first came out, he was so studly. They even changed the incarnation of Wolverine in the comic books and ruined the true essence of the character. They even changed his height from being a short little angry guy to being over 6 foot, and it's just they just killed everything about the character that was appealing to me. And second of all, the Avengers is not fun to watch. Maybe if anything, it's only fun to watch. It's just kind of a ride of this is what's next, and then they give enough screen time to the actors so they can justify their checks. I didn't really like. I haven't really enjoyed the Avengers films. I thought Thor was good. Thor was really good. I enjoyed that. The Rainbow Bridge was beautifully done. it could have. I think stylistically, it could have been. It could have been a disaster, and I feel like they did a really good job at putting a really a cohesive vision of that world on screen. I thought it was really good. Again, I'm just speaking aesthetically. I'm just speaking from my own personal views as like an artist, what I think is appealing, and like how I identify things. So this isn't, I'm not credentialed or certified to really make any judgments with any clout. So anyhow, moving forward, yeah. So if anything, there's some bright spots with the First Class and X-Men First Class and Michael Fassbender's portrayal of Magneto, his boss. I really like that. He does a really good job and makes you kind of feel the guy's pain. He does a really, like I said, it makes the character and his issues believable and relatable. And so I hope that they do something like that with the Wolverine character in their next iteration. But yeah, they killed it. So anyway, hey, follow me. Twitter, KCYoung24. Instagram, Young Toffanelli. Facebook, it's me. Yeah, follow my guys. See what they do. There's going to be more coming from all of us in the future.
First of all, fuck Hugh Jackman. Seriously? That's how you gonna roll. Well, fuck Batman, fuck Superman, fuck the Green Lantern, fuck all them motherfuckers, okay? Now, you talking about how Spider-Man's same origin story over and over again? What about Bruce Wayne? That same sad southern motherfucker gets parents killed over and over and over and over and over, and motherfucker, I might as well just die, because that shit's just gonna keep on going and going and going. Same story over and over again. So then we got Superman. Ooh, Superman who's not even fucking human. He's coming from a fucking another place. Oh, I'm Billy Badass, so I get my powers from the sun. Ooh. Come on now. Come on. That's actually kind of believable though, so I give you that one. Shh, don't tell nobody. Alright, so if we go to the films and the Hulk, okay, I give you that too, because the Hulk did suck the first few films, so. But, in rebuttal to that, Batman Returns. Even fucking suckier, okay? Batman Returns and that penguin get up bullshit where who the hell directed that shit? Who directed it? Anybody can tell me? No. That shit was garbage. Garbage. Yeah, I think it was, whatever, Tim Burton, I think. It was just garbage. And then it got progressively worse from there, culminating in the wonderful Clooney Batman. George Clooney. And Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Iceman, or wherever the fuck he was, Mr. Freeze. That was the suckiest story in the fucking world. Oh, his heart was broken. He wants to go freeze shit and nipple ass fucking George Clooney in that punk ass suit. Yeah, please. Ben Affleck though? Great. Batfleck, or whatever the fuck you called him. Look, you biting your tongue? You good? You wanna get in here? Huh? That's what I thought. So the Avengers storyline is amazing. I don't care what you're talking about. It just, yeah, the storyline is great. It's way better than what they did with Batman. What's that one with Superman Returns? What was that damn story where he can all of a sudden he can lift a fucking island up off the ground and shit with Spacey in it? Yeah, that ignorant ass movie and his little son who just happens to sneeze a fucking piano across the room. That was bullshit, piss poor ass fucking storytelling. And there's no way you can get around it. Now, the Hulk with his CGI dogs, okay. CGI dogs, the CGI just sucked. They didn't have enough budget for that shit. Go sue me, whatever. Go see movies. Enjoy them. They're meant to be watched. They're meant to be enjoyed. Don't sit here and just listen to what everybody else is saying about shit and live your life and then think outside the box. I like watching movies because I like to read the books and the movies and, in this instance, comic books. Be you, do you. This is Joe Wax signing off for the Weird Couch Side Tech. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, deuces.
So, thanks for watching The Weird Couch. This is Fridays on the Couch with myself, EQ, and Joe and Chris. They gave their shout-outs where you can find them, tweet them, text them, message them, gram them, all that good stuff. Don't forget to subscribe to their channel. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, message me, send me an email, theweirdcouch@gmail.com. Find me at The Weird Couch on Facebook. Seriously, go through. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff. And just so you know, last thing, Facebook Live. Stay weird, guys. I'll see you next time. Yeah, no longer a teenager. Anyways, today we're talking about 80s nostalgia and all the stuff that's, being remade. I mean, it's not just today. It's, it's been happening for a really long time, but it seems like as of the last couple of years, there's a lot of things that are coming out that are, not necessarily back in the 90s like Pokemon, but even further back in the 80s where we all grew up.